As a PCQI, you need to document the sampling location that's being taken, for this. If you can take photos, that's even fantastic, just in case there's a positive outcome on the test results. That would be great for you to identify those. Here we go again. Hello again, PCQIs. So in this topic, we're going to be discussing environmental sampling. Okay, so this is basically part of the investigator going through and basically he or she is going to start swabbing for environmental sampling. So as a PCQI, you need to document the sampling location that's being taken, for this. If you can take photos, that's even fantastic, just in case there's a positive outcome on the test results. That would be great for you to identify those. You gotta be very exact on your documentation. If you have your primary and alternate, obviously they're gonna be there, your designated team. They make sure they take note. And if they are zone 1, 2, 3, and 4, make sure you annotate those, okay? Just in case there's a positive result, so you can then make your corrective action or appropriate response when it comes to sanitation, re-cleaning, whatever your corrective actions are gonna be once you have a positive. And obviously the effects on that on the finished product, all right? Next topic would be collecting companion samples, right? For this. So if you are allowed to, so this is one part of as a PCQI, you need to put this on your SOP in your program. So clear this up, and you really want to write these type of programs if an FDA or USDA agency audit happens and they are swabbing and sending it. Do you need to collect the same samples? In the industry, they call them companion samples. Okay, so make sure you document the same way. So if they swab in that area, obviously you're going to swab in the same location and have that documented. Now, on finished product, some investigator will take a finished product and send it to the lab, right? The documentation on that, it's very critical at this point. So you're gonna wanna document those finished product and make sure all those finished products are on hold afterwards, okay? Why? In the event of a positive, it'll prevent you from product withdrawal, product recall, and all of that other process that you need to bring that product back. All right, so make sure you put it on hold, tag it properly, waiting for FDA clearance or whatever you need to tag it so it doesn't leave your possession. Now for zone 1, if the zone 1 swabbing are part of that investigation, you're gonna wanna also hold your product, right? Because it's a food contact. Obviously, if it's in zone 1, it's going to be assumed it's in the finished product. So same thing, hold the product to prevent any withdrawal or recall. So the other part of it, we talked about, photos, right? So it depends on your procedure. If you're allowed to take photos, like I said, clear this with senior management. This is nice to have it in your policy. Is FDA allowed to do the same? Are you allowed to share that photo on that sampling? That's up to your organization to decide, okay? I never had an issue with it, but if you talk to legal, they all have some issue with it. I myself, as a PCQI, I want to have my lines and my process as clean and sanitized as possible. For me, I look at an FDA audit or an investigation as a huge assistance in helping me perform my job, right? As a PCQI, right? I'm not there to hide anything. When it comes to these type of pathogens, and the biological swabbing is the answer, and that's why FDA is performing it. Now, depending on the policy of the company, that might be frowned upon, right? And for whatever risk analysis reason, so make sure you clear that out. Okay, you clear it before you answer those. And same technique, if you're asking a question, if you called somebody, you texted somebody, you emailed somebody, make sure those are documented. Okay, obviously to protect your team and the company, as well as complying with the FDA regulators at that point. Now, if photos are allowed, right, make sure everything is documented, they're cataloged properly. If you are taking photos, not just on the location of the machine, for example, let's say you have a blender and you took a wide shot of the blender, and then you went to that spot where they're gonna swab it. It's a panel that's open. They took a photo of what you're gonna be swabbing point. I would go a little bit further, where I take the swab itself and point it to the swabbing or the swabbing action into that particular location or surface. Take a photo of that. And then once I document it on my swab, where you have your little baggie and your Sharpie, and you're writing the equipment number, the mod, whatever, your information, the date and time, location of that particular swab, I would then take that against that machine / against that location and also catalog that. So in the event of a positive, I know exactly where that source originated. Okay, so these are just some of the practices I performed and witnessed, and other techniques from PCQIs on the field, for them to properly document their swabbing activities. All right. Anyways, hopefully that gave you a little bit of a tidbit. If you have additional comment, would like to add to these blogs, email me info@consultaireinc.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Contact us, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks again, PCQIs. Have a good one.